Welcome back to another episode of Fuel in the Flame. I'm your host, Mason Miller, and today we're joined by the women's lacrosse team. Today we have Shannon and Sophia joining us, so thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, Shannon is a junior attacker from Chicago, Illinois, and attended Marist High School, and has appeared in over 45 games, recording 74 goals and 43 assists throughout her career. Next is, I know, she's racked it up for sure. Sophia is a sophomore midfielder from Mount Prospect, Illinois, and attended Mount Prospect High School, and has appeared in over 30 games. And this season, the team is 9-3, 1-1 in conference, I believe. Started out the season 7-0, which is really good. And yesterday, you had a really, really impressive win against Augustana at home on Senior Day, 21-2. So it was a dominating performance. So it's always good to see that. So let's just start there. Let's talk about this Augustana game, because I think there was a couple things that made it special for some of the guests here, but also it was a Senior Day. So let's just start with the Augustana game. What were some of the keys to having such a successful game there?
So yesterday, I feel like we did a really good job, like switching around spots. You know, like people who were usually down low were up top, or people who were on defense. I mean, Fia got her first collegiate goal yesterday.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So that was really fun. Like, I think we just had like a lot of weapons yesterday to use yesterday, and I think reminding ourselves why we like to play was something kind of like we realized what was fun yesterday, like why we play lacrosse.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we were really able to showcase like how much talent we have. Like, I don't think every team you can take so many people who don't traditionally play positions and put them somewhere else and like have them perform so well. And I think we had so much of that, which was awesome. Like it was senior night. We had one of our like best senior defenders like on attack, and that was so
That's
much
awesome.
fun.
Yeah,
like,
that is fun for
Sid,
sure.
we call him McMitty.
McMitty, which was awesome, And I also think like the little things, like that's what made it fun yesterday. Like there's so many little moments and we like celebrated them all. Like we had so many fast transitions, I think. Like I think the transition really like killed them, which was awesome, and like just celebrating even one pass.
Yeah,
Like,
and where it started, like it's not always you finished the goal, but like that turnover on defense is what started it.
Like that knockdown.
Yeah, that collective unit going from defense to offense. Because I watched the first period, and you guys had some transition where it's just like you got to stop, and then instantly like 2 passes, you guys go and score instantly. Like, holy crap, is this usually how it goes? And like, these guys are like a well-oiled machine out here. And so you mentioned that having fun was a big part of it, and I think when you're having fun playing, that's definitely going to be huge for having success. But also, it was your first goal, which is really a big accomplishment. It's a big milestone in anybody's career. So you kind of want to talk about what that was like, scoring your first goal.
It was really fun. I think I kind of went into it. I was like, okay, like I'm starting midfield. Like I usually don't. Like I start defense, and I think I was just like, okay, like I want to have fun. Like this is a game where like I know I can like produce on offense, and so I just went for it. Like I saw the opportunity. Like she like her positioning was off, and so like I pulled her to the inside, and then I rolled over the top, and it was really fun.
Hell yeah. So is that every defender's dream, is just to get that opportunity to go up there and take some shots on goal?
Yeah, I think so. I think like Taylor too, one of our other like defenders, she also had some goals too, which is really awesome. And it was just so fun to see like celebrate my teammates that were usually like working so hard on defense. So we only see the other side of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I loved it.
And then Shannon, for you had 4 goals and 3 assists, so that's a really, really strong stat line as well. So do you want to talk about what was kind of going for you yesterday?
Yeah, I think just like again, like I said, like having fun, like reminding myself why I was playing, and like playing like for something bigger, like the seniors as well, because it was senior night. But like just going out and having fun. Even Piper, like same thing, had 4 goals. I think like 2 assists. Like that was like great all across the board. Like I think everyone on our team, like looking at after the stats, like everyone had something in every category, whether it was like ground balls or draw controls. I think that was like a really big thing, and it was just really nice to see everyone working together.
For sure. So do you guys kind of want to talk about the season as a whole? Just give a summary where you guys are at right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think like we started the season out so strong, and like something that we talk about too in the locker room so much is like we came out hot this season, and like we came out like at our best, which I think like has really helped us with like all the success we've had. Like we've broken a lot of records. Like we have a lot of girls in like our record books right now too,
wow, okay.
Which is really awesome. Like I think we have a really special team right now, and I think that comes with like working together and like the communication like on the field and even off the field, like talking about, especially after like we've had some tough losses recently, like just after like coming back together and talking about everything, like even like the hard stuff.
For sure. So you mentioned that some records are being broken. Do you
Yeah.
guys know which records have been broken? You able to talk about that a little bit? Because that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah.
I know like people have individual. I don't know where
Like
everyone.
7-0. We were
Yeah,
7-0.
I know that for
That was
sure.
big
Like we
for
were
us.
7-0, and I think that's the best.
The best
we've ever
start to
I
a
know
season?
5-0
Okay.
was the best, and then we broke
Yeah.
that with 7-0. So now
Hell yeah, okay.
kind of hold that new record. I know there's a lot of girls who are like killing it, like even like in just rankings and like
Okay.
a lot of girls in our record books
Yeah.
too.
Like Augie and Piper
Yeah.
had 100 goals and like
They're both killing it.
100 career points we had hitting and like things like that. So
Mhm.
that was really fun
Mhm.
for us. And
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Then you also mentioned that your team bonding and chemistry overall has been really strong this year. So I guess my next question would be, what do you mean by saying your team bonding is strong, your chemistry strong? What are some things that you like an example of what having good chemistry with your team is like?
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think like off the field, like hanging out as a group,
Mhm.
like obviously you have like the fun on the weekends, but like I don't know, like you guys all go to this too. I live off
Mhm.
campus, but like continuing that like tradition of like after practice everyone goes to eat.
Yep,
and, like,
that's a big thing. I
yeah,
love that
that's
too.
huge.
So
And like I know like after like loss against Carroll, we kind of watched film, and then after that we had like a group discussion of like what can we all do better on the field, and like you know there's some things you don't really want to talk about because you think it's awkward, but it needs to happen in order to like build that
Right.
connection. And I think we did a good job of kind of getting that out there and
Yeah.
like everyone expressing how they felt. So like because you just don't know. Otherwise, if you don't know, you can't do anything about it.
especially when you have such a strong start, everything's going so well, and then when you hit
Uh-huh.
more of a rough patch,
Mhm.
being able to communicate that as a team is really
Yeah.
important. So it sounds like you guys have worked through that. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
for sure. So then, more culture as a team. Are there any unique traditions or like activities that you guys do, maybe on the game day or practices? Anything unique to your team that maybe it would be fun to share?
I think something that I love is like we visualize
Yeah.
like before every game.
Okay,
Yeah.
big visualization team. Okay.
Yeah, we
okay.
visualize. Like I love that, and same with like we always do like so after we visualize. Like my favorite thing is like our coaches will be like, okay, you have like one song, before
yeah.
you have to come out, which is fun, and like everyone kind of just starts jumping around and like we're all getting ready and like
Yeah.
getting lined up to come out of the locker room, which I love. Like
Mhm.
I think it puts everyone like, okay, we're serious, we're locked in, but then we're like calm, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you're getting the nerves
Yeah.
out because like I
Mhm.
feel like everyone's nervous sometimes, even if it is like not that big of a game, but you know what I'm saying. Like it gets you fired up, I guess.
So okay, this might be weird, but I'm interested now with this visualization thing. Could you
Okay.
walk us
Yeah.
through a
Yeah.
visualization pregame that you
Sure.
guys usually
Yeah.
do?
Oh, sure.
Because this is interesting. I think this is cool. This is
Yeah.
cool.
So like our coaches usually we all stand up, so they go through like
Mhm.
the lineup, we talk about like keys to the game,
Mhm.
and then we all like get together and we all get in a circle and we like hold hands and we kind of our coaches walk us through the visualization. So
Okay.
they're like,
Okay.
They're like, okay,
Interesting.
visualize walking out
Imagine
there.
walking on the field
Yeah.
and like feel the
Wow.
ball in your stick
Yeah.
and like
Like if a key of the game's like the goalie like shooting to the back third of the net, like
Mhm.
imagine the ball hitting the back third of the net, like
Yeah.
imagine those like defensive stops,
Mhm.
like stuff like that. And I think it kind of puts me in that mindset because when our coaches are talking, I'm picturing more like individual. Okay, like what do I
Yeah.
need to do? Like in our defense, I'm like the backer, so I'm like communicating early, like anticipating slides, like checking into the middle, like stuff like that.
mhm.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of sports psychology is behind
Yeah.
that. Like a lot of research and visualization. Viewing yourself like in a positive mindset, like I'm going to succeed, we're going to win, we're going to do things right, is huge for performance on the field. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard any teams use such a, I guess, intentional approach to visualization, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So that's very unique, and that's really cool. So, if you had to describe the team personality or identity of the team in just a few words, what do you think they would be, and why?
Do you want to
Like
answer?
rowdy.
Rowdy,
Yeah.
okay,
I
rowdy.
feel like
Rowdy.
rowdy. Like I feel like a lot of times we're like, okay, we gotta pull it back in because we all just feed off of each other's
Yeah.
energy. Like
Yeah.
we could probably talk for 2 hours instead of practicing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
we
like,
could joke around for 2 hours.
yes, like there's like whatever, like someone's fixing something on defense, and we just have like the
Yes.
music going on in the background, and you'll just see everyone dancing in one corner of the field, and like whatever, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on over here, and then it's like people are passing a ball, like keeping their stick warm, so you're not like not doing nothing, but like I
Yeah.
feel like we're just very bouncy energy.
Like if you clip the huddle, like there's so
Yeah, yeah.
one of our teammates, Hannah, she'll clip stuff from like the huddle
Yes.
footage of our practices,
Yeah.
and it's just like silly stuff like going on. Someone's dancing in the background, like
exactly.
while like we're in a huddle, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
How does your coach feel about all this rowdiness in practice and in games?
I feel like she's used to it.
I think they love it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a lot how they are too, just because I feel like some of that team culture started with them because all three of our coaches, like, all are recent Carthage grads too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
played with them freshman year.
Yeah,
so,
Shannon
like,
did.
Yes.
Getting to, like, seeing them, it's, like, really impressive seeing them go from, like, all three of them were captains, and, like, seeing them step up and, like, being able to, like, create a boundary of, like, this is when we're friends and this is when I'm your coach. Like, this is when I'm, like, able to talk to you in this tone and this is when we're being serious and, like, don't mess around right now. It was, like, a really big thing and it was really important to create. It was hard at first, but
Yeah, I imagine.
you know, they're really great people, and I'm so happy to have Bernie as our head coach. Like, that was a big decision at the beginning of the year, and when, like, Ryan Kane came out with that, I was like, this is huge. Like,
Really?
I don't know
Okay.
if you guys know, like,
And
Wow.
I think
It's
too, like,
gonna
so
be-
many people who play athletics in college, like, can lose, like, the love for their sport because of their coaches. They've only, like, reinforced my
Yes.
love for the
That's
sport.
awesome.
Like,
yeah.
I've been so happy with our coaching staff this year, and I think, like, for me, like, you played with, like, Rachel, like, Sanj was, like, my goalie last year, and so, like,
Yeah.
being a defender, like, when you're so close to the goalie, like, it honestly was a really seamless transition, and it's been awesome to see her step up.
Yeah.
Not just, like, you know, when she's in the game, but, like, now being able to coach it, like, seeing how much, like, she took from that
Yeah.
and is able to, like, give back to us, which is really awesome.
And I love, like, Bernie, like, her door's always open if you need to talk, and
For
like
sure.
also, like, she is a big, like, reiterator on, like, you know, yes, the goals get us the wins at the end of the game, but it's how much can you put in, like, to get in different categories, like that assist, you know, like, sometimes people get down about goals and, like, oh, I didn't score this game and all, and it's like, okay, but you caused this many turnovers, or, like, you got this many ground balls, and that started to get us those goals. So, like, she's really, like, shifted my viewpoint on, like, lacrosse, I guess you could say, because it is all about the goals and at the end of the day how we get those points, but she's really done a good job of, like, reinforcing, I guess, the little things and, like, how it makes it all happen.
Yeah, because I was talking to your teammate Hannah in the protein area in the Tark. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm about to do this podcast, and I'm trying to figure out what should I talk about with this lacrosse team. And she's like, well, head coaches were former teammates of, like, half her team. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's insane. And so, I mean, it sounds like it's going really well. And
Yes.
you mentioned that she's really inspired the enjoying the game and the passion, which is huge. And it's really awesome that you guys are having such a strong experience.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that her perspective on the sport has been really good for your team. So, do you think as a former player and even a teammate, having known about, I mean, half the team, upperclassmen, right,
Yeah.
and her experience so recently in the program, do you think that has helped her become, at least have such a strong positive start to her coaching career?
Yeah, I think so, honestly. Like, our freshman year, we had a coach named Mr. Sung, and he shaped her a lot, and I think she took what he gave her, like, those tools, and she's gone even farther with them, and, like, she's developed as a person at, like, even those, like, whatever, like, 2 years she wasn't here, like, I've seen her grow so much, like, within that, so I think, yeah, like, she has, yeah, she's for sure done a good job. And she has her little brother come to practice sometimes. He's
Really?
like 9, yeah.
We play
Yeah.
kickball with him.
Yeah, he's great.
He definitely does not do any cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes us even more rowdy.
He plays
though.
by the rules, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had all these questions prepared for this topic, but you guys just answered all of them. I have nothing else to ask about this question. So it's good that I can really tell you love your coach, and
Yeah.
she's had a really strong positive impact on your team. So that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the season, I'm kind of curious how this works for a conference tournament, or like the standings, like do the top 4 make it, or how does this all work for the rest of the season going forward?
So right now we just started conference, and pretty much we kind of know who our competition is. Like, we
Right.
know who we're going out there to beat. But so pretty much we have 3 more regular season games left, and then we're gonna have the semifinals and the conference championship. So
Okay.
the semifinals and championship, you know, we don't know who we're gonna be playing, but like we're confident we're gonna get there. Like, winning the championship is like huge for us this year. Like,
Okay.
that's our goal. Like, that's
Yeah.
our season
Right.
goal. Like, and I think we're gonna get there. Like, yeah, I feel really good about it.
Yeah,
I feel
same.
really,
It's
like,
May
supported,
3rd,
yeah.
So be there.
May
be
3rd,
square.
yeah.
So it's the top 4 finishers in conference go to the semis, and then they
Yes.
play.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what are some of the keys you think as a team that you need to focus on to get to that point that you want to be in that championship game?
I think we've talked about a lot, like almost slowing the game down, like knowing when,
Okay.
like, okay, I need to take a second and like kind of use my lacrosse IQ. Like, we talk about
Yeah.
lacrosse IQ, like, okay, what do I make the pass? Do I like run the ball? Stuff like that I think is huge. Like, also supporting each other, like,
Yeah.
on the field, like, if I don't have the ball, like, what can I be doing?
Right.
Stuff like that, I think.
Exactly. Like, and even I feel like that was a big thing. Like support. Like if someone's not behind you, like how are we gonna get the ball over if you have no one behind you? Like just being there for each other, I feel like was a big thing.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, so you're basically saying playing as a collective team and doing what you can to do what's best for the team, and I mean, it really showed on this past game Saturday.
Yeah.
So keep doing that stuff, and hopefully we'll see in the championship game. Everybody should show up to that game if they make it there. So.
For sure.
And then what's your next upcoming game? Just for.
It's Saturday, but what team?
We're playing Illinois Wesleyan
at
Illinois
At Wesleyan. Okay. Are they gonna be tough? Are they tough?
I think they're like good competition.
Yeah, I think
I think you can't really doubt them.
Yeah.
There's been like a lot of ups and downs with like scoring this season with like
they've had an unpredictable season.
Yeah, pretty like, up or down. So I think we just have to be on our A game and like play as a team. Like don't play selfish lacrosse. Like know when to take it yourself or know when to pass it to your teammate.
For sure. All right, sounds good. Good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have some more personal questions about you guys with your personal experiences with lacrosse. So I always love to ask this question just because I think it's really insightful. Just how did you guys end up playing lacrosse? What's your story, I guess, or your journey to playing lacrosse and then maybe finding your way to Carthage?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So I actually quit soccer my sophomore year during COVID.
Okay.
In high school, and my lacrosse coach in high school was like, "Hey, why don't you come try out?"
She's recruiting you instantly. There you go.
Exactly.
It happens a lot with soccer and the track girls. Yeah.
And he played actually. He's from the Dominican Republic, and he played at UMass in college. So he was like big on that, and his son was in my grade. So he was like trying to harp on me, like in class, like I play lacrosse. My dad wants to play lacrosse. So I just kind of like honestly like picked up a stick during COVID, and then everything shut down, and it was just like started telling my mom, was like, you got to get a bounce back, which is like this like trampoline thing. You throw the ball,
right.
It comes back, and so got one of those, and like that's how I kept myself busy. Honestly, like pretty bored in the house, and then. Yeah, it kind of took off from there.
So a COVID hobby turned into a passion to be a college athlete. That's interesting. Cool.
For me, like, it was definitely, like, a little up and down. Like, I grew up playing hockey, and there's a huge, like, lacrosse-hockey crossover. And so my cousins played lacrosse, and actually my cousin played at Illinois Wesleyan. And I remember going to one of his games, and I loved it. Like, I had no clue women's lacrosse was going to be so different, but I loved it. And I ended up, like, asking my mom to sign me up, and I did it, like, through the Park District. And I had a pretty bad injury in high school. Like, I took a year off, COVID, like, and then my high school didn't have lacrosse until my sophomore year. So So then we didn't have lacrosse. I ran track. Like, I did other stuff to keep myself busy, just tried any sport I could. But then, I found my way back to lacrosse, and, like, I've just loved it ever since. Like, I was really involved in it in high school, and it was a ton of fun. Like,
absolutely. For sure. So then how did you guys end up at Carthage? And that's usually people have unique stories about, I guess, recruitment or just why you ended up picking Carthage.
I got pretty, like, traditionally recruited. Like, Coach Sung, their old coach, emailed me and was like, hey, like, I saw you play at this tournament.
Okay.
Like, we're interested in you. Yeah. And I came up here and I visited. I think I stayed overnight. Like, I honestly just loved the campus. Like, I'm from, like, about an hour away, so, like, it was nice. I could still go home. Like, there's still a lot of work opportunities, stuff like that. Yeah, I just really liked it. I liked, like, the small feel, and I liked, honestly, like, the priority with athletics, too. Like, I think there's, like, a strong community of athletes here.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd say, so, I don't know. I was kind of, like, between, like, should I play? Like, I haven't really been playing that long, and then going to, like, a big school, and I just ended up, honestly, I reached out to Mr. Sung, and then I found out that Rosie Nolan, shout out Rosie, we were like big rivals in high school, and we ended up playing each other, and he's like, oh, come to the game. And then right then and there, he was like, do you want to play? And I was like, honestly, yes, I'd love to. So that was kind of, and it was like super late. I like committed probably in like April, I want to say, of senior year. So it was super like last minute decision. But then once he like kind of talked to me about everything, I was like, yeah, I'm on board with it.
That's cool. Cool. So during your time as an athlete, what is one thing you think you've learned about yourself? Maybe as your time in college, what's one thing you've learned about yourself?
Time management.
Yeah.
Like really,
for sure.
Really was really bad at that freshman year, and then also I guess reaching out for help is like another thing. Like don't be afraid to like ask. Like I feel like there's not a lot of biology majors on my team, and so like
interesting. Okay.
Like asking like anyone I know for help, like don't be afraid to ask for help in class. Like, it's not embarrassing. Like, it's just going to help you succeed, especially when you do have practice for 2 hours and then film afterwards. And, like, you can feel, like, stranded, I guess, on an island sometimes. And, like, you don't have to feel that way.
Like, advocating for yourself, too. And I think our coaches have been really supportive off the field, too, because they understand, like, you know, we all have careers. Like, I'm kind of the same as Shannon. I'm an econ major, and I'm pre-law, so I want to go to law school after college, and there's nobody else on our team like that. So I think, like, finding that balance for myself, like, because I'd say we're both pretty involved on campus, too. Like, being able to have those experiences in clubs and organizations, and then also, like, on lacrosse.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's always so many things outside of athletics that you want to be involved in as well, and it's hard to manage everything at the same time while also doing your biology or doing your econ classes. And so, yeah, that's for sure. I don't know, a lot of athletes have had the same experiences, but maybe not as succeeded as well or struggled with it. So it's really huge to be able to, you know, be humble enough to ask for help and things like that. So how do you think, kind of similar question, but how do you think being a part of the team with lacrosse has shaped you as a person, whether it's through, you know, maybe challenges or like triumphs that you've had with your time here?
I think, like, being able to understand what it means to be on a team and, like, work with a group of people, like, I think that's so valuable.
Yeah.
Like, something you learn when you come to college is, like, just how different everyone is. Like, when you're not used to, like, those same people you grew up with or those same people you've been with. Like, I think lacrosse has been so valuable in teaching me how to get along with, like, different people and, like, how to know my place in certain situations. Like, how to know, like, okay, like, how can I support my teammates here? Or, like, you know, what do I need to be doing to, like, make this, like, the best team possible or, like, the best version of myself.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd say, kind of going off that, like, empathy is a really big thing. I feel like I've learned, like, learning how to put yourself in someone's shoes, like, because they are different, like, doesn't, like, you know, like, give you the excuse to, like, not learn something about them or whatever that is, like, or doesn't give you the excuse to, like, not be able to, like, help them, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you're on a team, you meet a lot of different personalities, a lot of different characters, people with different backgrounds, like you're saying. And if you want to have a successful team, you need to come together and have good bonding and understand how everybody works, how everybody ticks. So, and we've talked about that earlier and how well you guys have done that so far. So, awesome. Now, what's a typical day like? Maybe a game day, typical game day. What's your morning routine, or maybe if you have something like the night before that you like to do? What's your day in the life of a game day?
I like to do, like, so I'm on campus, so, like, obviously, like, team calf breakfast.
Team calf breakfast, okay.
If it's a home game, team calf breakfast, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Usually I'll hit Starbucks before. Usually we're there waiting when they open at 10 a.m. on Saturday. We're, like, waiting for them to open. But I like to listen to music, too, like, kind of just get in that headspace. I like to, kind of just, like, I know a lot of people do, like, for public speaking, they, like, talk in the mirror. Yeah. I will, like, talk to myself about, like, through plays or, like, through what.
Really?
Yeah, like,
wow,
I'll almost, like, quiz myself on, like, sorry.
You're good.
I'll quiz myself on kind of, like, what we talk about in film and, like, stuff like that to, like, get in that mindset. So I'm, like, I feel like I'm on the field before I.
That's cool.
Or coaches, they do quiz us.
They do.
Really?
Who are the key players on offense? Who are the key players on defense?
What are our goals for the
game?
Offense,
And, like, we have goals before every game that
I love
in our,
that.
like,
Okay.
Just Play app, and, like, you better know them, or you're gonna get, like, stared at.
Awkward.
It's gonna be awkward for you. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then you have, like, I sit next to Hannah Cannon, and she's like, number 7, number 5, number 3. And
she's like
writing polls. She does this, and I'm like,
she can memorize every single number.
Yeah,
every single number on the other.
She's like, this goalie, you gotta shoot low on her, but, like, don't shoot
not
too low. Like, So
How could you shoot too low on a goalie? What does that mean?
Well, like, we've done scout, and it's been like, okay, well, she's not good high and she's not good low.
So you just gotta go in the middle.
You gotta figure out what works.
The hips area.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So when you guys do your scout or preparation, is it just, does she have, like, printed out sheets? What does that look like? Because we have a way of doing it where we watch film and have like sheets, handout sheets. What is your scout like? Because if you're getting quizzed on it, you have to have like, something to study. I guess I don't know how that usually goes, but
So we have an app. We have Just Play, and then kind of like. They'll put, like, offensive, you know, and they'll put defensive, and they'll put, like, who are their top players, and then they'll be, like, offense, we have, like, plays we run. So, like, it'll...
Really?
If
okay.
It's a man defense, if it's a zone defense, if it's a backer defense. So backer's, like, a zone with, like, this, like,
we run a backer
almost,
defense.
if that makes sense, for basketball.
Like a post up?
Yeah, like
okay,
that.
yeah.
Like, it's, like, like that. So, so we have those 3 defenses, so, like, usually we have different plays for different defenses.
Right, that makes sense,
Yeah, so, like, We have zone plays, we have man plays. Like, obviously I know we had a man, so we have we were running a bunch of different plays. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a lot of those.
That's interesting. Okay, interesting.
So like she'll like put out on the list like what plays we're gonna be running, and then like their key offensive players and their key defensive players, and then they also have like at the end they'll have like pictures of them if you really want to like get into the whole thing. But and then they'll have like the scout and the goalie, so like where their weak spots are, like should you bait them high when you shoot, should you go low, like things like that, because that's also big.
We also like in our scout we have goals, so like we want 80% success on our clears, where like we don't turn it over, we get it over the other 30 and like produce something off of that. And we also have stuff like less than 10 turnovers for like everybody.
The whole game, so like clears like going from like defensive end to the offensive end, and then a ride is like our offense trying to get the ball back from the other team's defense. So like the offense is now playing defense on the defenders, if that makes sense.
Kind of, so our midfield and defense is like recovering back.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, you kind of say it's like a press where you're in their side of the field.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize lacrosse was this like strategic and
Our
tactical.
ride
This is awesome.
Very, very successful. Like I think Shannon's a huge part in the ride. Shannon and Augie, like some of our attackers, they kill it. Like you guys could be defenders too, and no one would know. But our ride is so successful because a lot of teams I think forget about the ride. Like they don't run a structured ride, but I mean I think it's just as important as the clear, because you want to take advantage of every second you have. Because we're on a shot clock, so like the point of the ride, it's not just to get the ball back, but to like slow them down.
True.
So
okay.
if you can turn them, or even if you're running with like pressure on them, like you're not going to be able to run as quick. So we're like.
Okay.
It's helping by like running that clock down, so they don't have as much time to set up plays.
Yeah, we do that in basketball too, where if the team's like scoring really well, maybe you switch it up, pick them up a little further up the court, and try to slow them down just for this clock. But that's interesting. This is way more strategic and
like that's what they say. Like it's like
that's
a crossover
cool.
of like all
I love
sports.
it.
Yeah,
like, it really
I love it.
is. Yeah,
I love it. Because I was watching the first half, and you guys. I guess I was oblivious to it. I didn't realize you guys ran plays and like had all this cool stuff that you prepared for. I'm like, these guys are like really well tuned. They know exactly what they're doing, like in the right spots or like calling plays and whatever. And you had like some beautiful passes. I can't remember who it was, but it was someone did like a spin move. They like passed up the sideline, and then someone was like running down the middle, and they popped it right over the top, turned around shots. Like you guys have all these cool plays. So I think. Yeah, that's cool. I'm starting to appreciate lacrosse more, because once you actually know what's going on in the game, I think you have a greater appreciation for how it works.
It's very like intellectual. Even that stuff, like we even talk about like why you need to be on a diagonal. So like if they're running up the side, you can be there to support. Like, stuff like that, like where you should be.
That's sweet. That's so cool. What the heck? I'm a lacrosse fan now. This is good. This is good. Do you guys have any superstitions? Change the subject. Any superstitions?
I guess when we walk out, I don't like if we walk out. It used to be when the benches were on the other side, they changed it because the turf.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like don't walk outside the little markers we have.
Yeah, like don't cut the corners when you. I'm the same way.
Just don't do that. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
That's really it. I don't think we have too many.
Or like, I don't know. I'm very superstitious, but it's like really stupid stuff. Like I'm walking on the field.
Like what?
I can't like step on the lines.
Okay.
Like I'll walk over the lines.
Watching you now.
Like I will walk over the lines, or like when we're walking out, I'll try to walk with my cleats in every square. Like I do weird stuff, but I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, okay, this is preparing me to like work hard.
Exactly.
I feel like hair is a superstition on our team.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
We have to have our hair
I
done.
do my hair the same way, like every game.
Yeah.
And like, so I tried a new hairstyle at the beginning of this year, and I had a really good game, so I've been doing it ever since. And that's how I was last year too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because some people say if you have a superstition and you like don't do it.
Yeah.
But when you do it, it prepares you for games and gets you in that mindset, like you're saying, to go out there and compete. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think is, talking about lacrosse skills and what it takes to be a successful lacrosse player, what do you think is the most important skill to have as a lacrosse player? Could be mental, could be physical. What do you think?
You want to do like one mental, one physical?
Yeah, do that.
I was going to say like mental, I think communication.
Okay.
Like I think because the field is so big and you have so much space to work with, like you could be so athletic, but like if there's so many people on the field, like you can't play a lacrosse game with one person. Yeah. So, like, I think communication is huge. Like, a good communicator is going to be, like, a great teammate. Yeah. For sure.
I'm trying to think of physical. I don't really know.
I guess maybe just, like hustle or, like...
Yeah, I'd say hustle's a good one, yeah. You gotta go after the ball. Like, if you make a mistake, like, that's, like, our biggest thing of, like, if you make a mistake, like, how personal are you gonna take that? Like,
Yeah.
You better take that personally, and you better go get the ball back. Like,
Have a little
don't,
pride
like,
out there,
Yeah,
yeah.
like don't like.
Mhm.
Oh,
I can bleep that out if you want.
You
oh shoot!
You censor that one.
Just like, oh shoot, and then like slam your stick on the ground. Like, you better take that personally, and you better
Yeah.
go get that ball back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about that a lot in basketball. If you
Yeah.
turn it over, you better be the first one getting back on
Yeah,
defense. I don't care if you have to
exactly.
follow them to get back, but
Yeah.
have a little pride for sure. For sure.
Exactly.
What about like passing? I don't know what the terms are for lacrosse,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like passing or like doing juke moves. And I know you guys use a lot of spin moves at the game.
Yeah.
Or like defending. I'm not
like
sure if
a
these are like the
dodge.
correct
Yeah,
the
yeah,
correct
yeah,
terms, but
dodges,
correct me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if
Dodges.
okay.
Yeah, I'd say we do those every day at
Yeah.
practice. We'd either do like 1v1s
Really?
like basketball or like 2v2s. Like that's what we do. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
that's cool.
You practice like driving and then like dodging. So like
So what's driving? What's
so
driving?
driving is like
When you
going,
drive
like,
the net,
full-
so like if
yeah, like you going to the basket. Like that's driving. Like you like going in for a layup is like us,
Okay,
like,
so
going
it's
to goal.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then
and like it's huge too because then you move the defense and like that's where you
Yes.
get the looks. Like
Yeah.
you can't really produce anything without driving.
exactly.
So like basketball, you drive and kick it out for
Yeah,
passes.
yeah.
'cause
Yes.
You drive
Yeah.
the
For
second
that
half.
free
Okay.
Get out for that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
the same thing. And then
What
like
was-
free positions, I guess, are like
Yeah.
like free throws. So like
Yeah.
when you get fouled, like you'll go on this like 8-meter line, so it's like 8 meters
Mhm.
from the goal, and then you get to like run it in, and then it's like you're like
Yeah.
spaced out, so you're like basically on like the hashes of like
Okay.
free throw
Like
line
a
too,
free
and then
goal.
yeah, it's like kind of the same thing, but it's really not.
And like it's huge to capitalize off that.
Mhm.
Like we've been doing 8 meters every day
Yeah, every
at
day.
practice
Yeah.
to prepare.
Oh yeah, and then there's different moves we have. Like
Mhm.
he was saying, like you have like a split dodge, so you like switch hands. There's like
Mhm.
the spin moves. Then there's like a rocker,
Rocker.
dodge. So
That's
it's
my
like
favorite.
you like pretend you're going forward, but then you go backwards, and then you go rock back to the front
Yeah.
again. So
I
it's like,
think-
kind of like a hesitation move.
I think I think it was you. I can't remember. But there was like four girls around you. You
Yeah.
were like doing this, like spin, and then all of a sudden you just pop out and you're just booking it towards the goal. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
crap, that was impressive. So
And
Thank
like
you.
even with that, like stick protection's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
because you guys are
the-
constantly like
Yeah.
doing
Yes.
this, is that to protect the ball or just
Yeah.
to like,
Yeah, so like we
Okay.
cradle it, and
Yeah.
that's so the ball stays in our stick. Like you can't
Mhm.
just run without cradling it; it would just fall out.
Yeah.
right? Okay, that
And
makes
then,
sense.
Because
like-
our pockets are so
Exactly.
shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll check you. So if it's
Mhm.
hanging out, like you're allowed to check it. So that's why you
It's-
have to like bring it close. Like
It's in like
when
it's
you're
called your
learning.
sphere.
Yeah.
It's like this and like this. So if it's like in there, they can't check you, and if they check you, it's usually gonna be like to the face call.
Yeah.
Okay, so that you're saying they can like hit it
Yeah.
out? Okay.
Yeah. They'll just take a
Mhm.
quick check. Well,
Yeah.
now they took away that rule. They can like
Now you can like
check
tomahawk it.
You can tomahawk?
Yeah, you just go all the way down.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to Hannah? Because she got rocked a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
She was down for a little
I-
bit. Is she
yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah,
she
she's
fell
good?
in the
Okay.
midfield, she's fine now. I think it was just like they both were going for the ball. I was like 5 feet away. They both were going for the ball, and they just didn't see each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they
It
just it
was
was
like a
accidental.
bad, yeah.
Okay. Okay, because
Not good.
I mean the guys seem they got loaded up with helmets, pads. They're like
Yeah,
football
yeah,
players out there, but
exactly.
they
got
can
none of
Yeah.
that.
they have a little more contact I think
Yeah,
in
they
their
do.
sport.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they have
Okay.
different sticks too. They have for
Yeah.
defense they have long sticks, and then
Oh,
offense they
okay.
have short sticks. But we
Oh,
just have
They
the
yeah.
have
same.
one size
Yeah, we
stick,
only
like
have
for
the same.
everyone.
Yeah.
With the sticks, I noticed that every time someone scores a goal, you have to drop it,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the ref like looks at it. Is that to check to see if it's illegal or
Yeah.
a
Yes.
legal stick? Really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because we can only have a certain like pocket depth.
Yeah.
Like the boys, their pockets like super
Super deep.
Deep.
Like you could run down the whole field without cradling it,
Yeah.
and it'll
stay in there.
But for ours, like if you don't cradle it, it'll
It's
fall
probably
out.
gonna drop out.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, your stick's probably illegal.
Yeah.
So you could argue that playing lacrosse as a female is a little harder than because you have a smaller net.
It's a lot more technical. like,
Technical?
men's-
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Men's
Yeah.
lacrosse is a lot more like power. Like I'd say theirs is like power.
There's
ours is, like,
different
finesse.
aspects that make it
Yeah.
challenging.
That's the
Okay.
finesse for sure.
Okay.
Because like they're gonna rip a shot. From,
Like they will rip a shot from the 30.
Yeah. And
But,
like
like-
that's impressive. I can't do
Yeah.
that.
But
I was thinking like how because I was sitting there with two of my other teammates.
yeah.
Like how far do you think they can throw it across the field? I just want to see someone
You
just
can-
chuck.
Oh
it.
yeah,
you
we
can chuck
throw.
it,
We can
especially
throw
our
far.
goalies. So they have a different stick. It's big.
Yeah, the big net.
And they have a
mm,
deep pocket, so like their pocket's not. It doesn't get checked like ours.
Yeah.
And so they can like chuck it like probably a full field if they really
Yeah.
wind it up.
Yeah,
Like they'll
literally.
get it to our attackers like on the other 30.
Yeah.
So it's like they run a Hail Mary in football. They can just
Yeah,
chuck it down
yeah,
if they wanted to.
exactly.
Yeah. If
Wow.
I wanted to.
I had,
If
like,
we ran
That'd be
that
so
shot
cool
clock
if it
so
happened.
bad, like if it was down really bad, I'd be like, just chuck it and
Just
we'll
chuck
see
it.
what happens.
There's been like I forgot what men's lacrosse team, but their goalie scored from the other side.
Yes.
And it just, like, he just chucked it,
Yes.
Hail Married, and it went in.
That's so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, like, crazy stuff like that'll happen, too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That goalie prep felt
Or
so
like
cool.
Sandra,
Oh.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, Sandra's our goalie coach.
Yeah,
I don't know
she
if I was
used to be
gonna
our
say
goalie
instructor,
last
but yeah. She, so we played with her, and she actually at our Elmhurst game last year, she got to come in as a field player and scored a goal. So
Yeah.
she had to, like, you have to, like, sub her out because she can't
Yeah.
wear the padding and everything. And then she came back in and, like, had all, like, the goggles on and, like, the stick, and it was just funny, like, trying to see her, like, cradle the ball, like, because she's not used to that big,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
she's
sure.
used to that big pocket, yeah.
This is interesting. I'm learning so much about lacrosse. This is
Yeah.
cool. This is cool. What do you think is, I guess on the other spectrum, what is the most underrated skill?
Maybe footwork.
Yeah.
I feel like we've changed our warm-up to do a lot more footwork this year, and I really think it's paying off, like,
yeah.
defensively and, like, for attack, too. Like, I
Yeah.
know you see it more on attack, and I see it more on defense, but I think footwork is so underrated because it's huge. Like, you can be as fast as you want, but if
Yeah.
you can't, like, make those quick
Yeah.
decisions, like, you
Or,
can't
like, break
dodge,
down
you
your
can't,
feet.
yeah.
Like, that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, give an example, like, why footwork is so important. Is it for, like, setting up passes? Is it for...
Like, so,
making
like,
cuts?
for me on defense,
Mhm.
like, if someone's dodging on me, I need to have quick footwork so I can get there because they're going to dodge before me to
Yep.
try to get around me. But if my footwork is
Okay.
quick, like, I can, like, run with them, like backwards or kind of to the side, and I can, like, still keep up with them.
Right.
And it's also really helpful for, like, keeping that contact. Like, if you don't have good footwork, you're going to get, like, off when they dodge you,
Yeah,
but if
they
you have good
get
footwork,
beat.
you can keep that
Mhm.
contact
Yeah.
Okay.
and, like, drive them out so they can't score.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd say, like, offense, like she was saying, like, you want to,
Mhm.
like, make sure you break down your feet, otherwise that's going to be a charge. Like, and then you want to make sure you dodge before you hit your defender because you want to bait them one way or the other, kind
Mhm.
of like basketball, too, I
Like,
guess.
change of speed, too.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. What the heck? I'm loving this. All right. Are you guys, enough talk about the skill stuff. Are you guys ready for the
Okay.
special segment?
Yeah.
It's the last segment?
Yeah.
Okay. So today we're playing Who is Most Likely To, and we're just going to talk about the lacrosse team. So who's
Okay.
most likely to, blah, 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 on the
Yeah.
lacrosse team is how it's going to work.
Okay.
You guys ready? I got 11.
Okay.
11
Oh,
different
yeah,
questions.
we're ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, who is most likely to give the best pregame motivational speech to get the team hyped?
I feel like
Yeah, I feel like
I feel like
Kylie, yeah.
Kylie.
She's very, like, she loves Kobe.
Yes, she
she's-
Kobe?
loves
Yeah.
Mamba mentality?
Yeah,
Okay,
oh my
yeah.
God, she has the
She-
sweatshirt. She bought shoes from him, like,
She
recently.
loves it.
Well, not from him, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, she loves that stuff, and, like, you'll see her in the locker room, like, headphones on, she does not talk to anyone.
Mhm.
Don't talk to her. Like, she's in her zone right now, and she's going to be on her phone watching a little video,
Mhm.
like, of him, like, voicing over things, and, like, yeah, like, I would say she's very good at, like, getting us hyped, even when
And she
we're,
knows, like, when we need those speeches.
Yes,
like, she
yes.
knows when
Okay.
we need those, like, words of
Exactly.
inspiration, too,
like,
which I
when we're
like.
down, and, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And she, even when we're doing footwork before a game, she's like, get your eyes up, let's
Yeah.
go, like, let's go, like,
Intense. I love
Yeah,
it.
Like, she's there to, like,
Nice.
get everyone going, and
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, because sometimes you're just thinking, like, okay, I'm ready for the game, but, like, she's there to be like, okay, this is what we need to do.
mhm.
For sure. On the other end, who's most likely to be more of that stand-up comedian?
Kara?
Kara,
Yeah,
for
Kara, our goalie.
Yeah.
I feel like she just loves to make jokes anytime,
She's so,
anywhere.
like, she's naturally so funny,
Yeah.
too. Like, she's not even trying.
Yeah,
and
she's not trying.
really funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's naturally a funny person, and, like, she's quick with stuff, too.
She's
Yeah.
witty. She's
Yeah,
witty.
she is,
Yes.
yeah.
Is she on a lot of those huddle clips you guys are talking about?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I think
for
the
sure.
other day, like, she was getting, like, pants, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
on
she's-
camera. Yeah.
We have to clip that. There's a lot of pantsing going on.
Oh my gosh.
On the
Oh my
field.
gosh. Okay, who is most likely to be social media famous, TikTok famous?
TikTok famous.
If someone's not already TikTok famous, I'm not
Probably
sure.
Bella,
Bella.
Kuyava.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bella.
She
Um,
takes her TikTok serious. Like,
Yep. Or Carly, even.
even Carly, too.
Yeah,
Do they
love
post a lot on
TikTok.
TikTok?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Carly's always sending me stuff on
Yeah,
TikTok.
always sending me
I will
stuff.
say, like, the smallest little thing, like, one word, and she'll send me a TikTok, like, days later, be like, LOL, could have used this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We can throw a plug and
How
go
do you
follow them on
remember
TikTok.
that? Yeah.
Get them going, get them famous on TikTok.
What's Bella's
I
name?
don't
It's like
know.
Dora the it's something.
Oh, okay. Who's most likely to join a reality TV show?
I feel like Piper.
Yeah, well, Piper and Sid are really into Temptation
Yeah,
Island right
Temptation
now.
Oh,
Island. Do you know what
gosh.
that is? Have you heard of that?
There's so many I can't even
Yeah,
keep
Yeah,
track of.
they're,
them.
like,
they
really into
love
it.
Love Island too.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
another one. I feel like they just love. They're invested in that
They're
stuff.
very invested.
Yeah.
You would think that they know them personally.
Yeah.
Which one do you think they'd want to go on to?
I don't know.
I know.
I think
Sanj would go on The Bachelorette.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about this before.
I think Sid would be really good on like kind of a game show one.
Yeah,
Like Big
yeah.
Brother, like
Oh,
where
yeah.
she's competitive. I think she'd be really good on
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I think
Oh,
she's
my
taking
goodness.
home all the money.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Who is most likely to prank a teammate and get away with it?
Definitely Kylie.
Yeah.
Kylie likes to prank Sanj a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would definitely be her.
Yeah.
She
Well-
always has something up her sleeve.
Actually, like Kylie, like hung up pictures of herself in our coach's office, and I don't even know if Bernie knows this yet. So like, maybe this is news to her. But there's like, she slowly started taking down pictures of her family and like putting pictures
Are you
of herself
serious?
in her office. Yeah. So I don't
There
even
could
know
also
if
be
she
like
knows.
pranks like in the works right now.
Yeah.
That, like, people don't
that
know
nobody
about.
knows about. Or
Oh,
like,
my
yeah,
gosh.
there's
Coming up in the future.
We did have a big prank my freshman year. Actually, our coach pranked us and said that we were getting a noise complaint, and that he told Sanj to pack up her bags and get out.
he
Yeah.
kicked somebody off the
Oh,
team.
yeah.
That's brutal.
Oh no, he's saying like you have to like leave because we have a noise complaint. Like we're
Oh.
in a different hotel now
Oh, okay.
because of you.
Oh, you're in the
Yeah.
hotel. Oh,
Yeah.
Team
And
So
trip.
also on April Fools, we just all ran out of practice.
Oh yeah, we can do that. I don't know if you've seen that.
But then
before.
but then our coach didn't even notice.
Yeah, she didn't even notice. We
Bernie
ran
didn't
out.
even notice we were gone until someone's like, "Hey."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hopefully we didn't spoil her prank
I
on Coach
don't
Bernie
think
in the
so.
office
Yeah.
photos.
Well, she'll know now.
Well, if she watches, you'll know.
Yeah, exactly.
If she doesn't
We won't
watch,
bring
she's
it
a
up.
hater, I guess.
Yeah,
she's
she's
not.
not a fan.
Yeah.
I'd be really upset.
Okay, who's most likely to trip and fall on a breakaway towards
Goff.
the goal?
Or Augie.
Oh yeah, Augie.
Goff or Augie are 100%
Augie.
tied.
Yeah,
It's kind of like 50-50. One of them's gonna fall at practice.
yeah, for sure.
Which like they're awesome
Of our
players.
best
Yeah.
players,
They're
yeah.
just like they're just
Clumsy
so
at that
clumsy.
point, yeah.
I think they're just
They're
so into
so
it that
good. I feel like they get
they
so
forget to catch
focused that
themselves.
they forget
Yeah.
to like plant their feet.
yeah.
Like you best bet. Like Augie's like on the way down and she's scoring. Like it's gonna go
She's
in.
scoring,
There's
but she's
no doubt.
ending up on the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
She somersaults a lot.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
there's a lot of
gosh.
somersaults. Goff cartwheeled the
Oh,
other
that-
day,
yeah.
like over
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, this is an interesting one. Who's most likely to live in a treehouse for the rest of their life?
Augie or Goff.
The same
Probably
two.
Augie or Goff again. I
Yeah,
think
I'd say yeah.
yeah, they're both very.
Goff's very nature.
They're both very naturey, outdoorsy girls.
Yeah.
A national park they'd be happy with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's most likely to get into a fight during a game? Who's a little fiery?
Honestly, I feel like it'd be so many. I feel like a lot of us.
I feel like honestly that's really difficult.
I feel like that's really hard because I
Yeah.
also think if one person got in a fight, we all
whole team would
get
just
in
get
a
in it.
fight.
Yeah.
I think we're all piling on for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to instigate anything, but what do you think your fighting style would be? Like sticks, or you guys throwing hands?
No,
What do you-
like hands.
hands.
You're throwing
Yeah,
hands?
so-
Oh,
Hands,
Okay.
feet, like anything.
okay. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully I'm there if that happens. So that'd be
Yeah, I
good
hope so
entertainment
too.
value.
I hope
But
it's on ESPN.
Insert clips.
ESPN,
Yeah.
ESPN not top 10.
Division 3 lacrosse.
Carthage Lacrosse team. We're obviously winning the fight, so
Yeah,
no
no,
question about that.
clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, who's most likely to die first in a zombie apocalypse?
Die first?
In a zombie apocalypse.
This is hard.
I feel like
It could be one of you two. Is that why you're hesitating to answer the question?
no. I feel like I don't know.
I feel like it would be someone who would want to just go talk to the zombies.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, I
Try to
feel
make friends.
Kara.
Yeah. Okay, it could be Kara.
Could be
Ooh.
Kara.
she might want to just get to know
She
them.
just loves
No,
to go up to
I think
anyone
Ari and
have a
Bella could
conversation.
be
That's
a
true.
little-
Yeah, a little duo.
Yeah, I think they might want to go hang out with the zombies and not end well.
You have to tell them, remember, zombies aren't friends.
Yeah, like, I
Stranger
think they
danger,
would-
don't let them go talk to
They'd
them.
be a little too social
With the zombies.
with the zombies, for sure.
What do you think that conversation would be like?
Probably like, so what do you guys do in your free time? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to hang out?
And they're just like,
We should get that
Yeah.
shirt, like something like
Cute,
and then it
like,
would
you look
start.
so cute.
Yeah,
Chomp.
oh my gosh. Who do you think would survive the longest then?
Survive. I feel like Hannah
yeah. I feel
would be
like
pretty
Hannah.
resourceful in a zombie
Yeah,
apocalypse.
or Rosie, like
Or
I guess-
Rosie.
like she could go either way though. She could.
It would be shocking.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because she would really play outside the rules, I think, as we
Yes.
learned
Yeah.
with her and Kara's drawing skills.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Who's most likely to break someone's ankles during a game? Make someone fall on the field? Does that happen a lot in lacrosse?
I think, okay, well, there was a lot of broken ankles on Augustana.
Really?
Yes, like, I think Shannon,
Ooh,
though.
okay.
I don't know, Shannon does this little, like, spin cycle move.
I
And
think that's what I
it's
saw in the
awesome.
game. It was
Yeah.
dirty. It was good.
It was dirty. Like, me and Shannon had a really good moment, I think, too. Shannon had
Yeah.
a goal. Like,
Yeah.
I, like, assisted her for her goal, and, like,
Yeah,
she
that
was
really
breaking
fun.
ankles
I was,
for
I
that.
was ready
Yeah.
for that. I was ready for that. Yeah, let me
Mhm.
tell you, I made eye contact with you. I was like, it's coming to me. I know
We were
it.
locked in.
Yeah.
That was a really good moment.
Team synergy.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So that's all I have for the who's most likely to.
Okay.
But that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. Thank you.
Before I wrap up, is there any last comments you guys want to make? Any plugs for future games coming up?
I don't think so. Thanks for
Not
having
really,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it
This is
was
awesome.
fun.
This is
Yeah.
fun. This was fun
I
for
liked
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining the show, and for those watching, stay tuned for future episodes, and thank you for listening to Fueling the Flame. We'll see you next time. Peace. That's a wrap.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was so fun. I feel like half our team could go for any of those.
Yeah, no, like, I
Literally
feel like it's really a
anything.
toss-up.